Hi everyone, in this video I am painting Dustin, the character from Stranger Things. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. It is where I post all of my sketches or paintings that I do that I don't record for YouTube. I'll go ahead and put up my handle here, but I do have a link to my YouTube channel. If you go to my homepage, it's there on the banner. So yeah, it's a good place to follow me if you want to see other things that I do. And I also like to do polls about like ideas and stuff for the projects that I do for YouTube. So I did a poll last week, or I think 2 weeks ago, something like that, about which character people would like to see me paint from Stranger Things, and Dustin won the poll, obviously. But I thought about painting Steve because he's my favorite character on Stranger Things. And when I was going through pictures to try to find one to use as a reference to paint him, my husband looked over at my computer and he's like, "You don't need to be painting Steve," because he knows that like I have a crush on the character or whatever. But yeah, so since he's being silly. I mean, he was just joking, but I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll just put a poll up and see which character people actually want to see me paint. So, but part of the reason that Steve is one of my favorite is because his friendship with Dustin. I mean, if you don't watch the show, I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but I really think that their dynamic is really fun and they're just hilarious. And so when Dustin won the poll, I was like, well, he's I guess the next best option to Steve. So I thought it was a good idea. I thought about putting the reference picture for the painting on the screen like I did for my last video, but you can pretty much see the reference that I'm using on my laptop. So I didn't bother doing that this time. But if you can see, I used a grid to sketch out the portrait before I started painting because I wanted to try something different. I usually do my sketches freehand, like without using any kind of measurements or anything like that, but I really wanted to try to get the portrait as accurate as possible. And so I did this like grid thing on I just put the reference picture in Illustrator and drew some lines, and then I used that and to try to make sure that I visually put everything on the grid the way it is on the reference, but I still struggled. I still had a hard time with it. There was something about his left eye. I mean, looking at the painting, it's the eye on the right, but his left eye, I could not figure out how to get it to look right, and I kept tweaking it. There's a lot of this video I sped up a lot because there was so much just tweaking I kept doing, and I even did a lot of it off camera because I got so irritated because I just kept going over and over the same spots, and I didn't want to put you guys through just seeing me move or change the same thing over and over again. So I did a lot of stuff off camera, and there were some times when my camera would die because my camera does this thing where it stops recording after 20 minutes. So like every 20 minutes I have to check to see if it's even recording, and then I have to press record again. And so sometimes there's chunks of the video that you don't even see because I didn't realize that my camera stopped recording, because a lot of times when I'm painting I get really into it and I don't even realize what time it is or how long I've been recording. So I apologize if there's anything that you guys missed and that you want to see, but I mean, I doubt it. But also, like, for instance, the background, I was unsure about the background. Like, I didn't want it to be just a solid color, but I didn't really know what to do with it, and I thought about doing some kind of like abstract thing. So then I thought about using these chunks, like these blocks of color, and then doing in different tones. I think it came out okay, but I want to explore it a little bit more in the future, like with other paintings, like doing something similar to that, but maybe like more detailed. I don't know. We'll see. Part of the reason that I started my YouTube channel is to keep myself motivated to keep creating art, and and to also practice doing portraits and everything, because it's something that I want to start doing commissions for, but I want to ensure that I can provide people with a portrait that they really enjoy and, you know, something that I would be proud to give them. And so but yes, this is my painting of Dustin from Stranger Things. If you like it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you have not already. If there's anything that you want to see in particular, be sure to leave it in the comments or give me a follow on Instagram, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye!